This right here is just paper. Come on, man. This don't mean nothing. Whatever. That's paper. That's man-made stuff, man. I did that purposely because I understand even us as Israelites, we're still governed by this damn crap, man. This piece of junk. We're still governed by this. What the hell is going on in our minds? Y'all go crazy and all of this stuff. We got bills, we in credit, and all of this stuff. How long will we be sucked into this world? We got to snap out of this world. So I want to show a few clips and everything about documenting, because everybody's worrying about gaining and trying to show themselves something in this world. I don't care what you think it is. You got to understand that nothing is far greater than this. This is what you should aspire to do. This is what you should aspire to be at all times. Dealing with man-made stuff like I want myself a degree. Come on. Understand where your priorities should lie. Understand where you should be in life. You should really be thinking about your well-being as an Israelite. The ability to sustain in this life in order to make it to the kingdom. All of this stuff is going to be done away with. This is just $1. Y'all trip over $1. Jaws are dropped because of a damn dollar. And I made it more intensified because I asked for somebody else's dollar. Y'all probably wouldn't have tripped if it was my own. That intensifies things. I'm glad he didn't trip. I'm glad he didn't want to knock my head off my shoulders. All praises, nothing by injurious practices, right? All is vanity. All is vanity. Do y'all really believe that? Do y'all really believe that? Is that something really within your hearts? Well, the thing that you hope for, we're about to talk about that today. And the thing that you don't hope for the most, which is the Bible, and that's in a lot of them. We may say we love the Most High, we may say we with Him all the time, but them bills suck you right back on in. Those things about finances and money and this, mine, me, it sucks you right back in. Every single time. You need to snap out of it. You an Israelite. You're an Israelite. You need to start thinking like an Israelite. Alright, so let's go over this. Let me show you what you're fighting for. The thing or the system, I'm gonna say, that you're fighting for. And I'm gonna let you know that it's a lost cause. First, since they're getting that together, vanity. We talk about that all the time. I went through the class dealing with that. That's nothing but death. Everything that multiplies death is vanity. You weren't about your cars, you weren't about your money, you weren't about this. You're not seeing the overall aspect of everything. You're not gaining the true understanding of what is being talked about in the Bible. You all are not in the mindset that you should be. And I'm going to prove that with one simple question. I did that to them last night. I'm going to do the exact same thing to you all. Nobody who've heard the answer to this answer or anything like that, which y'all probably know my tricks by now, but whatever, I'm still asking the question. Did God make all things?
No.
I didn't ask you, man.
I wasn't here yesterday. I didn't hear it. You said
what he didn't make then?
Yeah.
Then you know the answer, don't answer.
Right, you said, all right.
Oh, praises, man.
My bad.
So, the normal answer to the question would be, yes, God made all things. And then we would go to the verse. Give me that in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1. Yeah.
What's the name of this?
The name of this class is Wickedness in High Places. Wickedness in High Places. This is basically stripping you from what you think you're fighting for and showing you what you need to be fighting for. Yeah. Alright, everybody make sure your phones are off. Whatnot, even turning mine on. No interruptions or anything like that during class. Please, because I'm going to be touching a lot of topics and everything. Alright? Alright, so Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 12.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 verse 12. Seek not death in the era of your life, and pull not upon yourselves destruction with the works of your hands.
Right? Read.
For God made not death.
Read it again.
For God made not death.
That means I can put that right there, that statement in the bank. Set it up and let it grow interest. And it's going to constantly grow interest, because that is true. That's absolutely true. That's valuable right there. That's a good grip of piece of information that is needed. Because everybody always thinks of these things. Everybody, your mind doesn't fathom these things about God. See, what y'all don't understand is that death comes in because God is ultimate in pureness. The fact that he's ultimate in pureness, there can be no impurities within him. That's why the flesh can't make it to heaven. That's why death came about, because there was a glitch that happened in the system with Adam and Eve and all of these things that transpired. So this thing right here continued to fester, and then see, Christ came back and he broke that barrier. That's what he did. It's a perpetual downslide. And that's what you all are fighting for now. You're fighting for something that can't last, because the ultimate pure being is the thing that's forever to last. He was the first. That means that absolutely nothing that is in contrary to who God is can exist at all. It has to be done away with. Everything has to be in its rightful place. You have to be the leaders of this world. It's the inevitable. I agree.
For God made not death.
He made it not read.
Neither hath he pleasure in the destruction of the living.
So it lets you know right then and there. He didn't make it, neither does he have pleasure in it. He can't do that. That's why it talks about holy. That's why he talks about the unclean and the clean and all of these things, and making yourself perfect and your temple. Y'all don't understand the gravity of a perfected temple. Or perfect temple. That's your life right there, man. You have to do that in order to make it to the kingdom, because if there's a blemish inside of you, you won't make it. Read.
For he created all things that they might have their being.
Right. He created all things that they might have their being. He made you from the beginning to be immortal. Read on.
And the generations of the world were healthful, and there is no poison of destruction in them.
You see that? Poison. That's what that little essence of a sin is. The little thing that just will not go away. It's a poison. Why? Because it brings about death. That's what y'all have to understand, and that's a whole lot dealing with the reforming of your mind, which is what we're about to go over right now. Because a lot of us, we constantly fight for the things of this world, the money aspect behind a lot of things. Sure, money is a defense. Wisdom also is a defense. But like the scriptures say, the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to those who have it. Wherein does your money do that for you? Wherein? So why are we walking around like the rest of them? We're not like them. So why do we do it? I don't get it. For the life of me, I don't get it. Even I myself get sucked back in. Got to stop that, man. It must be stopped. I read.
And there is no poison of destruction in them, nor the kingdom of death upon the earth. For righteousness is immortal.
Righteousness is immortal. Did it say wickedness or unrighteousness?
For righteousness is immortal.
That means that if there's an essence of anything that is not that immortality, you are asking to die. You are asking for death. That's what you're begging for. But see, I tears up $1 and I'll do it again. Because it means nothing. It's just a piece of paper. So why can't we utilize this, what the whole world is captivated by, in order to grow and spread this truth? Make sure that we are stable in order to keep the commandments and just wait for the next kingdom. Oh, this means nothing to me. Just holding on to it until the kingdom comes. Just utilizing it to be stress-free. And a lot of you in your households, husband going against wife, wife going against husband over some damn dollar. Tear this thing up again. Over some damn dollars. What is the problem with y'all? Y'all are Israelites. You have great knowledge and you still get sucked in by a damn dollar. What's that about? This thing gonna be shreds and confetti by the time I'm done with it. Because that's how I feel about it. But yet this governs our life. This makes us fight. Brother against brother, husband against wife. Why? Why? Why do we allow this, an outside source, to tamper with our inside source, which is the Bible? The inside source to life. It's something like this can govern us so much to that great of a capacity. Money is the damn Antichrist. That's the thing that really deceives a lot of us. That's how great it is. It truly deceives you all, and you're valued for nothing. You're asking for that for nothing. And you feel like you are less accomplished in your life because you don't have it. How dare you? You an Israelite, you have the greatest knowledge on the face of this earth, and because you don't have money, you are not fulfilled or accomplished in this life. You better check your spirit if that's your mindset. And you better check it good. Read.
Verse 16. But ungodly men with their works and words called it to them.
That's where it comes from. They called it to them. That is letting you know they didn't even create it at all. It's just the nature of nature, how it's supposed to be, because God is ultimate pureness. So they sit there and they did something contrary to God, and that upset the balance of things, and the balance has to correct itself. That's what we're gonna go over today, the false balance. Because it got to correct itself. It's the inevitable. How can a God not be like that? That's what it is. Everything stems from him. So if it goes contrary to what he wanted it to be, then that means it's nothing but death. You're calling for death upon your own head. That's what you're doing. We got to get our priorities straight. This is just a damn dollar. To hell with it. I ripped it up once, I will rip it up again. That's crazy. We got to get ourselves in order, man. We got to get it right. If we are here, we are here. Stop thinking about out there. Let that out there stay out there. We utilize everything that we have from our careers for everything to sustain in this life. We do these things to make it to only to keep the Sabbaths, keep the high holy days, congregate as brothers and sisters, grow, to get schools open for our daughters, schools open for our sons, to get ourselves established so that we can keep the commandments stress-free. That's really what it's about. That's really what it's about. We have to do that. Alright. I'm gonna play this video.
Now it's time for a brief history of the United States of America. Hi, boys and girls, ready to get started? Once upon a time, there were these people in Europe called pilgrims, and they were afraid of being persecuted. So they all got in a boat and sailed to the New World where they wouldn't have to be scared ever again.
Oh, I'm so relaxed. I feel so much safer.
But as soon as they arrived, they were greeted by savages, and they got scared all over again.
Indians!
So they killed them all. Now, you'd think wiping out a race of people would calm them down, but no. Instead, they started getting frightened of each other.
Witch!
So they burned witches. In 1775, they started killing the British so they could be free. And it worked, but they still didn't feel safe. So they passed a Second Amendment which said every white man could keep his gun. I loves my gun. Loves my gun. Which brings us to the genius idea of slavery. You see, boys and girls, the white people back then were also afraid of doing any work. So they went to Africa, kidnapped thousands of black people, brought them back to America, and forced them to work very hard for no money. And I don't mean no money like I work at Walmart and make no money. I mean $0. Nothing. Not a zip. Doing it that way made the USA the richest country in the world. So did having all that money and free help calm the white people down? No way. They got even more afraid. That's because after 200 years of slavery, the black people now outnumbered the white people in many parts of the South. Well, you can pretty much guess what came next. The slaves started rebelling. There were uprisings, and old master's head got chopped off. And when white people heard of this, they were freaking out and going, I want to live. Don't kill me, big black man. Well, just in the nick of time came Samuel Colt, who in 1836 invented the first weapon ever that could be fired over and over without having to reload. And all the Southern whites were like, yeah! But it was too late. The North soon won the Civil War and the slaves were freed. Yep, they were free now to go chop all the old masters' heads off. And everybody was like, oh no, we're gonna die. But the freed slaves took no revenge. They just wanted to live in peace. But you couldn't convince the white people of this. So they formed the Ku Klux Klan. And in 1871, the same year the Klan became an illegal terrorist organization, another group was founded, the National Rifle Association. Soon politicians passed one of the first gun laws, making it illegal for any black person to own one. It was a great year for America, the KKK and the NRA. Of course, they had nothing to do with each other, and this was just a coincidence. One group legally promoted responsible gun ownership, and the other group shot and lynched black people. And that's the way it was all the way to 1955, when a black woman broke the law by refusing to move to the back of the bus. White people just couldn't believe it. Huh? Why won't she move? What's going on? Man, all hell broke loose. Black people everywhere started demanding their rights, and white people had a major freaky fear meltdown, and they were all like, run away! Run away! And they did. They all ran fleeing to the suburbs where it was all white and safe and clean. And they went out and bought 250 million guns and put locks on the doors, alarms in the houses, and gates around the neighborhoods. And finally, they were all safe and secure and snug as a bug. And everyone lived happily ever after.
Give me that in Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28:43. That same fear that's on them, they utilize. See, the white man's fear is different. Esau, I ain't gonna say white because he ain't white. Esau, fear makes him and force him to do the most strategic of moves many a times. That's what he does. That's who he is. All right, read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. You have absolutely no idea how low you are. It doesn't matter how high many of us get, we will always and forever remain to be low. Y'all gotta understand that. Everybody's flipping over trying to get the American dream. There is no dream for you. There is no America for you. You're not this. This ain't you. Give me Ephesians. Ephesians 6:12.
Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
See that? That's what the fight is against. You all have absolutely no idea how high those places are. We're about to go through that today. That's going to show you something today. Trust me when I tell you that. You all got a rude awakening for you. These people are high, you are low. Let me go through this article. This is an article that is what is this? Alternate.org stories or whatever like this. The title of this thing, and it reads, Massive Race Divide. Blacks will never gain wealth equal with whites under the current system. That's just the title. I haven't even read anything yet. That's just the title. So for the life of me, I'm trying to figure out why are y'all fighting for a system that goes against you. You're fighting to be a part of this. You want to be prestigious. You feel fulfilled when you got Esau's degree, when you got Esau's money. What did Christ say? Look, give me the thing when Christ was talking about Caesar. Whose face is on this dollar? Or on this coin? Give me that. Render to Caesar's what is Caesar's.
Mark chapter 12 verse 17. And Jesus answering said unto them, Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's.
Start high.
15. Yeah. Mark chapter 12 verse 15. Shall we give or shall we not give? But he, knowing their hypocrisy, said unto them, Why tempt ye me? Bring me a penny that I may see.
So they came to him and they asked him about taxes. You know, they asked him about that and they said, shall we pay or shall we not pay? I said, why are you trying to play me? Why are you trying to tempt me? Why are you trying to catch me up? Because they're trying to get him to go, that's treason. They're trying to get him to say no so they can entrap him. But what does he say? Read.
And they brought it, and he saith unto them, Whose is this image and superscription? And they said unto him, Caesar's. And Jesus answering said unto them, Render to Caesar the things that are Caesar's.
You see that? On every single dollar bill, you would have thought that me ripping this up, I'm ripping you up. I'm ripping something that belongs to you. Does this money belong to any of you? And if you hoard on to it, you damn sure can't take it with you when you die. That's the truth. So why are you fighting for something that don't belong to you, Israelite? You got riches that don't corrupt, riches I can't tear up. That's your riches. Moth don't corrupt that thing. Rust never gets to it. So why y'all struggling for things that you see now? I just read the title. The title said, Massive Race Divide. Blacks will never gain wealth equal with whites under the current system. A new study shows African Americans are tumbling out of the nation's economic orbit on the tragic trajectory that will never let them achieve partly with whites. See that? You can't even get in partly. Parity with whites. You can't get in with them. Now reading on, it says the gap between blacks and white households accumulated wealth quadrupled from 1984 to 2007, total discrediting that conventional wisdom that the U.S. is slowly and fitfully moving towards racial equality, or some rough economic parity between the races, like most African mint. American mint. Read that.
Yes, sir.
Sorry about that.
It's the direct opposite of the truth. When measured over decades, blacks are being propelled economically downward relative to whites at quickening speed. According to a new study by Brandeis University, the gap between black and white households ballooned during the 23-year study period, as white families went from a median of about $22,000 in wealth to 100,000, a gain of 78,000. In the same period, black household wealth inched up from a base of 2,000 per family to only 5,000. The sweat and toil of an entire generation had netted black families only 3,000 additional dollars, while white families emerged from the period with a net worth of 100 grand that can be used to send a couple of kids to college, make investments, help out other family members, or contribute to the larger white community. The typical black family has no such option. The study did not take property ownership into account. If property were included, the disparity would be larger. Viewed any other way, the median white family was 11 times richer than the median black family in 1984. By 2007, the white household had become 20 times richer than its black counterpart. Any way one measures, the numbers show African Americans are tumbling out of the nation's economic orbit, wealth-wise, on a trajectory that can never achieve parity with whites. I repeat, never.
Never, never. So you fighting for a system that you will never, never be able to get into. Never. That's not for you. That's why. You're not of this world. That's why. So what the hell this means to you? Does this mean anything to you now? You should have known better. You can't get in with them. You're not a part with them. They made sure of that. There's documentaries out there. We're going to go over a few of them. They made sure of that. Everybody trying to act like they don't know. Yes. The reality is that they made the market and made everything to do what it did in what that is, 1987 and 2007 when it crashed those two times, just to keep you down. For you, because you was getting to be too damn happy. You was getting to be a part. You could have been a contender, but they took you out. They took you out before you had the ability to do it. And you let them. You let them. Give me, what would we read? No, we done with this. Yeah, no, give me John. Chapter 18, verse 36.
John, chapter 18, verse 36. Jesus answered, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews?" But
so why are you fighting to be a part of the world that the kingdom is not of this world? You heard what it said? It said that the kingdom is not of this world. So why fight for this world? What's the purpose of this thing? This thing is going to be blown up to smithereens. Read.
"But now is my kingdom not from hence." Pilate therefore said unto him,
Go from that to John 15 and 19. His kingdom is not here. His kingdom is elsewhere. Most High God understood that. That's what we have to understand. We got to stop fighting for all of this right here. Y'all coming in, I threw up $1. How do y'all feel about that? I threw $1 up. How do you feel about that? I threw $1 up. How you feel about that? How you feel?
Yeah, I know it's
It's just if it was a $20, give me a $20 bill. Let me tell you. You gonna get it to me?
Yeah.
Why?
I know it's money.
All praises. All praises. It's just money. It's just money.
Right.
It's just a piece of damn paper. This is backed by zeros. This ain't really backed by gold or anything like that. They're lying to you. We all know these things, man. We all seen the documentaries, the stories, and read and gained some understanding about this. It's all a game. They played chess with you since the day you was born. Before you was born, they've been playing chess with your entire nation, your entire race of people. This is all nothing, man. This means absolutely nothing. All right, go read what I had you tell.
John chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own.
You see that? If you were a part of this wicked society, this current system, I wouldn't have to read this article that says that a massive race divide, blacks will never gain wealth equal with whites under the current system. If this was your current system, you would be able to gain the same wealth. I mean, that's the last time I checked. You will be able to be a contender with them. You will be right there with them. But this is not your world. So stop trying to think that you're going to be a billionaire. None of you will be a billionaire.
Right.
You can kiss those dreams goodbye. There's no American dream for that. And I'm telling you the truth. And if one of you do, you got to sell your soul on some level to get up there. And you barely do that. You're gonna have to share your billions with some other sellout. Jay-Z and Beyonce, two sellouts selling the dream. They're not millionaires, they put their money together to be billionaires. They ain't making it in this thing. That's what y'all gotta understand. Y'all fighting for something that you're not a part of. And even if you do, like Oprah, they still gonna talk about you. You still a nigga. She can't even go out of states without them drawing stuff about her. Y'all know about this stuff. You will never be a part with them. You will have to give up on your entire race. And I'm asking, are any of you willing to give up on your race, your people, to make it just you alone? And if you are, there's the door. There is the door. If you want to reign by yourself, by all means, go ahead and do that elsewhere. Because it's not going to last long. It's only going to last for a short space of time. And then what? And then what? Absolutely nothing. But see, your minds don't think about stuff like that. Your minds don't think upon the wedges of righteousness. That's what it has to be. So, you read that verse that I told you?
Yes, sir.
Alright, that's it. Alright, read it.
But because ye are not of this world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
You see that? That's why you will never, because they're all against you. They all hate you. That's why you'll never be accepted among their ranks. They will always talk about you behind closed doors in dark places in secret. You will never be there with them. They're gonna always say, how the hell did this nigga? How did this nigga get it? How come he got and I ain't got it? That's what sparked, what is that, Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's what sparked that. Nigga had a piano in his house and he was like, nigga, what you got a piano? I don't have, I'm a hard-working white man. And this nigga here got a piano in his house. I should have one. I've been wanting one. And they rampaged the whole damn thing. That's a sense of exactly what transpired. They saw blacks getting something they did not want. And just like Tulsa, Oklahoma, they did a worldwide Tulsa, Oklahoma. Many a times, as soon as you Negroes start to get up, they come up with some kind of a scheme to get you right back down. But a lot of you, even after this class, you're going to go and you're going to want to pay your bills and that money going to suck you right back on in. And you're going to forget exactly what's being talked about right now. That's just the way it is. That's just the nature of the beast. But you cannot say that you haven't been warned. You cannot say that. John 8:23.
John chapter 8 and verse 23. And he said unto them, ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world. I am not of this world.
You see that? Christ said he is not of this world. So what the hell makes you think that you are? You're striving for a world that you are not a part of. Households are fighting because of money. Y'all go back and forth bickering towards one another because of these things. You got bills to pay and now you got to leave and you got to pursue the happiness on your hands. What about me? What about me? All because of money. That's a damn shame. We Israelites, we're woken up to something so true. And we forget who we are. How that happen? We know better than the rest of them. And in an instant, we forget who we are. You don't bother to look down at your fringes. You don't bother to ask or seek for counsel from your brethren or your sisters, which all of you should be seeking counsel. That should be the case. The moment you think your stuff don't stink, that's when it does. I'm telling you that. None of you got it like that. But you want to present that and you want to act like that. Give me Job 9:20, I think it is. Yeah, that's it.
Job chapter 9 verse 20. If I justify myself, mine own mouth shall condemn me. If I say I am perfect, it shall also prove me perverse.
See that? See that? The moment you start spitting stuff out of your mouth just like that, you are as perverse as the day you was damn born. We don't got it. We all go through problems. We understand that stuff. It's not for us to try to, that's why there's bickering, because we all going through problems. I get it. I get it. I get it. We all go through problems, and one person want to dominate over the other because of problems. Meaning, I ain't going through what you going through. Oh man, I'm better than you now. Because you going through it. You and your family, y'all bickering. Oh man, y'all going through it like cats and dogs in your house. Tuh, I don't go through it. And you challenge knowing damn well you exactly just like them. You're no better than them. You're a human too. Your stuff jacks up as well too. But then you want to treat their household some kind of a stank way. Because you want to feel like you're Esau. That's it. You want to be in with the in crowd. You want to be the one on top, and you want to dog your brothers and your sisters in order to do it. What have we become? What? True Christians? Christians that just know the truth, because you damn sure ain't no Israelite. You just Christians with some more information than you need to have. That's all you is. And the Most High is going to move you out the way. Again, if this ain't for nobody, if all of y'all are straight, y'all perfect and all that stuff, I'll tell you one thing, I ain't talking. I can't talk to no vessel that's already full. It has to be empty. It has to be made new. You cannot fill the old wineskin. That just can't happen. Lest it break. Y'all all got to be made new. So then therefore I'm talking to each and every one of you, looking y'all in y'all face without a problem. And I know I'm speaking to myself as well. Because all of this stuff, it corrects you and me. These scriptures speak volumes. We got to understand that. Where were you rolling?
That was Job.
Alright, go back to John chapter 17 and verse 14.
John chapter 17 and verse 14. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world.
You see that? The Most High is telling you, letting you know that because I chose you, I set you apart. Yes, they were jealous of you. Yes, they hated you because of it. Yes, they brought you down and they did crafty counsel against you. Yes. That happened. It's true. He's telling you. He's revealing it to you. I see this. I know this. It happened. Yes. I know your poverty and your work. Y'all gotta understand your riches are greater than what you see before you. This is a damn dollar. It's greater than that. You are Israelites. When there's a lie come your way, then but when a dollar is torn, you better not move an inch. You better not do anything. Y'all sisters, all of y'all, we got to get our minds reformed to what is reality. This is not reality. This is backed by damn zeros. This ain't true. This is a damn fantasy, a mirage. It's nothing. It's nothing. And we're fighting over something that is nothing. What that says about you? That you're fighting for something that is nothing. Empty. That's what it says about you. You're empty. You have nothing in you. Just like this has nothing in it. Was that it for that?
Yes.
Give me Ephesians. Actually, give me Romans 12, 2.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 2. And be not conformed to this world.
You see what the Most High tells you to do? Do not be conformed to this world. That means don't allow your success. Don't allow anything to govern your happiness that is of this world. Do you all not know what true success is? Get that Joshua 8 and 8. 1 and 8. Yeah. That's Nehemiah 8 and 8. Since I'm mixing it up.
Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth,
right,
but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
Right.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
You see what that is for you? So, is there any success? Is there success by any other means other than what that says for you as an Israelite? No. Absolutely not. Because what governs you? You can't run from this. You run from this, that's death. That's not happiness. That's not true success. This is the only thing you're good for. You know, like when people say you're good for nothing, all you can do is sit on a damn carpet. All you can do is sit on a couch, eat, sleep, and use the damn bathroom. Poop. That's all you good for. Well, that's all you good for, you Israelite. Understand that. That's all you good for. Reading, understanding, and bringing out this word. That's it. You're good for nothing else other than this. It's time y'all understand that, man. To hell with your arts and crafts. The fact that you can put some glue down and put glitter on it and say, "Ooh, see, look, I spelled your name." The hell with your arts and crafts. The hell with it. It means nothing. That's not true talent. Your talent is this right here. All of y'all gotta understand that. From you men on down to you women on down to you children. Y'all gotta understand that. This is what makes us. This is what breaks us. To hell with anything else that you think of. Whatever you feel yourself is good with. You can take your arts and craft and shove it. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Bottom. Mean that. It means nothing. What means something is the Bible. All is vanity. Get that sunk into your head. You're fighting for a system that an article just said you have not the ability to rise up above them. The hell with their degree then. Oh, well, that's how I feel about it. I look at that article and I'm like, oh, well, the hell with America then. I didn't like them no way. Shoot. I'm gonna focus on the scripture then. I can't win. Ain't no winning with Esau. So the hell with Esau. I'm gonna fight for these scriptures. I'm gonna do something I'm good at that I know they can't ever rise above me in. Because they can't ever rise above your knowledge in these scriptures. From the very new of you that just walked through the door, Esau cannot rise above your knowledge. It's not for them. How can they be in sync with something that is not in sync with them? That's what it's about right there. And they're still, till this day, from the riches of them, still fighting to steal your rights. They can't do that. Now, I'm going to go through a scenario of things because I need y'all to understand these things. Alright? You Israelites have rights. And you got to understand your rights. First, before I go through that, let me see something. Let me play this video right here. This is super rich have a racial wealth gap too.
It may not surprise you to hear that the median income of Black Americans is less than 2/3 as much as white Americans. But what you may not know is that there is also a significant economic gap between wealthy Black families and wealthy white families, a gap that has stayed constant for the past 30 years. If you're Black and your net worth is about $347,000, you're in the top 5% of Black Americans. If you're white, you're only in the top 28% of white Americans. According to a recent report by Credit Suisse and Brandeis University's Institute on Assets and Social Policy, net income at that level of net worth is substantially different as well. If a Black family has a net worth of $347,000, their net income is probably around $100,000 per year. A white family with that net worth, however, probably earns $83,000 more, so almost double that. Income and net worth are not the only differences. The top 5% of Black and white households allocate their money quite differently. Wealthy Black families prefer safer investments like CDs, savings bonds, and life insurance, instead of stocks and higher risk investments. Perhaps that's because only 7% of Black families receive an inheritance to fall back on, when 36% of white families receive an inheritance. Not to mention, white families' inheritances are about 10 times larger. Wealthy Black families own more real estate than comparative white families. Nearly twice as much of their non-financial assets are in non-primary real estate. But still, overall, to borrow a phrase from the Harvard Business Review, the super rich are super white.
The super rich are super white. So how you think you're gonna get in? Why go for something that they've created? This is their system. This is their education. This is their everything. Y'all gotta understand that. So why are we fighting for their damn paper degree or whatever it is? Understand where your priorities are. Only utilize these things wise as a serpent in this world in order to maintain and be stable. That's what it's all about. It's going to dwindle away. Get it to help the nation move. That's it. Keep these things in mind. The day you all forget this stuff is the day you lose. The day you all get sucked back in the world is the day you lose. Y'all gotta get your priorities in check. Understand what this world is. Utilize it. Use it. Y'all gotta get it right, man. Y'all are Israelites. You have a whole kingdom waiting after you. You all, let's go through this. Give me Exodus 22 and 25. Because you Israelites need to understand your rights in this world. What it's supposed to be like for you. Y'all gotta understand this stuff.
Exodus chapter 22, verse 25. If thou lend money to any of my people that is poor by thee, thou shalt not be to him as an usurer.
You see that? As a usurer. You cannot be upon him like that. That means that's like adding interest on it. Things like that. Late fees and all this nonsense here. That's not supposed to be a part of you. You got actual laws that say that they're not supposed to be doing that to you. That's the God you serve. Was that it?
Yes.
Go to Deuteronomy 23:19.
Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 19. Thou shalt not lend upon usury to thy brother, usury of money, usury of victuals, usury of anything that is lent upon usury.
Right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that covers any and everything. That's blackmail. That's all. You're not supposed to be blackmail. You're not supposed, that stuff doesn't supposed to register with you. That's illegal. That's against the laws of the Most High God. Y'all gotta understand that. And y'all are in a life where all of these things are affecting you right now. Trust me when I tell you the Most High God sees this. Yeah.
That go into taking your stuff back?
That goes into taking your stuff back. Exactly. That's lending upon usury, trying to gain an upper hand on somebody. Oh, because this person did this to me. Oh, because this person did that to me. I'm going to go ahead and take my stuff back. I'm going to show you, huh? I'm going to prove a point, huh? And the Most High God is going to, right the next day, provide all of that tenfold, like He did. Like He always does. And we just laugh it off. Ain't that what we do, brothers? Just laugh it off. Because that's what it is. That's what transpires. That's what happens in a lot of these things. People lend upon you upon usury. That is illegal. Yeah.
That's important because that's what this country's entire banking system is actually.
There we go. There we go.
From payday loans to small business loans.
There we go.
It's all usury.
There we go. All of it is usury. Do you not know that that is a multi-million-dollar industry? Loans, lending, because it's free money. There's a, I'm gonna find it in one of these ones where it talks about that. That is usury, and that's what they do. It's a gimmick. It's a game. They sign that paper and give you that loan in order to take it from you. That's free money. Free money. They figure out something and they say, well, it's hard for us. Do you know how hard it is to press a button on the internet, on the computer? It's hard. What you mean you didn't transfer it today? No, it's an extra fee for you to transfer because we got to go out our way to press a button.
Right.
That's what they do to you. That's exactly what they do to you. Use this world as not abusing this world. Only to be stable in this life to make it to the next point. You done with that?
Yes, sir.
Leviticus 25 and 37. 25:37.
Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 37. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury.
You see that? You can't do that. This thing is all up and down the Bible. It is all up and down the Bible. And it's what's being done to you now by people that is not even a factor in the laws of the Most High God. So how much more will He come down and bring down the house of cards of the Edomites? How much more will He bring down and burn down this nation? This world for doing what it has done to you. You can't do this towards each other. Was that it?
No, sir.
Read.
Nor lend him thy victuals for increase.
Right. Nor lend thy victuals for increase. So, like the brother brought out beautifully about the stock, the loans, the everything dealing with that, the whole banking system is based upon that. So your spending power, your billions or whatever that you do, trust and believe Esau gets his hand in on them billions of dollars you Negroes have in your hand. He gets his hand in on it. You Negroes got the fancy this and the fancy that. You misuse your money, so how much more will the heathen misuse your money? Y'all gotta start thinking, use your minds. We're better than this. This system is out to get you. It is not for you. You are not of this world. Keep that in mind. So that's why I bring up questions like, did God make everything? And then I show you in the scripture where it says God made not death. But before that, your mindset was like, yeah, we die. You know, we're gonna die. You're not thinking right. See, your mind ain't clear. What's that verse that I brought out in Sirach last night? I think it was 37. The years of Israel, 37, 15, 25, something.
Sirach 37 and 25.
Listen to this, you Israelites. Listen to this.
The days of the life of a man may be numbered.
It's letting you know what it's talking about. The days of the life of a man can be numbered. At the most, what, 100?
Sirach chapter 18 verse 9. The number of a man's days at the most are 100 years.
You see that? Man's life can be numbered. There you go. What verse is that? Let me put that in.
18 and 9.
Right, at the most 100. So it's letting you know, man's days, your days are numbered. But go back to what it was saying and read.
Sirach chapter 37 verse 25. The days of the life of a man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable.
You see that? So why the hell y'all talking about you gonna die? Your names are already in the book of life. It's up to you to keep it in there. You the one blot your name out. That's why you call death upon yourself. That's all that's saying. It's saying the exact same thing. Blot it out because you call death upon you. But as an Israelite, your days are innumerable. So right now, I'm immortal. Understand me when I'm telling you that. I'm only waiting until Christ come back. That's it. Not going anywhere. Can any of you fathom what I'm telling you right now? Do any of you understand what is transpiring in this knowledge right now? And this understanding? You are those that will never die. Do you believe that or do you not? These are all rhetorical questions. Think. That's all I'm asking you to do. Use that brain, that cranium of yours, and do something other than watching rap music and trying to learn Jay-Z's lyrics. Do something better than that. The hell with LeBron James. I don't care what he did. I don't know him. But one thing I do know is Christ, the real king. And he says, your days are numbered. You are already immortal. So why are you fighting for a system you have no chance of winning? You have no chance of winning. There's no winning for you. There's no way you can be a part with them, so leave them alone. Leave them be. Let them have it. It's only by divine intervention that they will be brought down. You can't do it. All of you band together cannot make it happen because they will nuke each and every one. So then therefore you got to stop fighting physically, trying to gain in their money and start using the cranium that you got. We're smarter than them. Act like it. You have entitlement. Act like it. That's you. That's the stuff I be joking with Solomon about, you know, but when we be walking, this dude never stops for them. When cars are coming, he keeps walking. And I say, bro, you ain't gonna stop and let the nice white man come by? He's like, no. I was like, why? He said, because I'm an Israelite. Do they stop for y'all when y'all have your cars or whatever and y'all trying to walk past? Do they even look at you? They just walk and you better stop. They're governed by their laws. See, they have more faith in their laws of the world than you do with your laws in the scriptures. And that's profound right there. That's deep as hell because that's your mindset, you Israelites. We got to get better than that. We got to rise above this world. Your days are numbered. Stop numbering. Stop that. Stop acting like you're a part of them. You're not of this world. Act like you're not of this world. Alright? Go to Ecclesiastes 18 and 32. Ezekiel, sorry. Ezekiel 18 and 13. Yeah. Yeah, guys, but she said guys like you. That's good. Actually, say that real quick.
Psalms chapter 82 and verse 6.
And explain why you made it.
Okay. The officer just brung out in Sirach that the life of a man, his days are numbered, right? Because he's carnal. But as Israelites, just like the officer just brung out, we have immortal life. We're going to read that scripture.
Psalm chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are God, and all of you are children of the Most High.
So that's referring to us, the Israelites. We are the sons and daughters of the Most High God. Read on.
But ye shall die like men.
But we're going to die like men if we stay in that mindset, that carnal mindset.
That's right.
All right? That's a carnal mindset subject to sin. Okay? Read on.
And fall like one of the princes.
One of the princes. I just want to bring that out because it correlated exactly with that scripture. All right?
All praises. And that's the reality. You all got to understand that. You are gods. Do you not believe that? Christ said it, when he told it to the Pharisees, like, didn't I say that you were gods? Like, why is this so hard for you to grasp? Why is this so hard for you to believe? That's how he told it to them. I'm telling you all the same thing and bringing it out the exact same way. Didn't I say you was gods? Why you can't sit there and believe that? What is your problem? Didn't I say you're not of this world? Why can't you believe that? What is wrong with you? See, your minds are not right. And you will never rise to the occasion if you keep that up. Never. Understand that. There will always be somebody that understands better than you because you won't immerse yourselves in. Like I was telling them last night, it takes a true man to immerse himself in a greater cause other than that of himself. To understand that there's something more greater in the way, something more greater in the mix. That's your nation. That's your heritage is underway. It's in jeopardy. They're trying to take it from you. You got a greater cause. That's why brothers should be able to go and visit places and make it to spread the word of the Most High God. Because it means just that much. But you want to hold on to your money. See, because you got bills to pay. That's what everybody always say. That's why everybody always can't make it. They got bills. Which sadly is sometimes understandable. Because you're down to your last dollar because of the wicked system that Esau has already set up for you. It's a damn shame. But you got to learn to rise above that, see. Don't let that continue to fester in you. Don't let that continue to be your scapegoat, your clutch, your reasoning as to why you want to procrastinate and hold off just a little bit longer and stop. Even cease from working because of it. You don't want to participate because of it. You let it overshadow you. You let that thing overshadow you. Give me that in Proverbs 3 and 9. I think that was the verse. Honor the Lord. Yeah.
Proverbs chapter 3 verse 9. Honor the Lord with thy substance and with the first fruits of all thine increase.
You know what that means by the first fruits? Before you go and spend your money with the Most High, in other words. Before you go and make any decision to do anything, first do it with the Most High. That's what it's saying. That's your first fruits. That's the beginning of everything. The firstling of your flock, the firstling of your dealings, your doings. Honor the Lord with that. But a lot of you don't understand that. That's hard for us all to grasp. It really is. Because the first, you want to honor your bills with your first fruits. You want to honor Esau with your first fruits. That's what a lot of us want to do. That's what a lot of us are compelled to do because we just received that meal in the box that said we got a something meal or whatever. Or they do this and they do that. But see, y'all let this piece of paper govern your damn lives. It's just a damn paper. It's just a piece of damn paper. I'm pissed off looking at it in my face right now. That's how I'm upset I am. Because it does the same damn thing to me too. The same damn thing. And I don't like it no more. I'm tired of it. It's a piece of damn paper last time I checked and it governs my whole entire life. How is that? It brings arguments within my household. How is that? I know it does. I'm not gonna sugarcoat like my stuff smells good. No, it stinks. I'm just human, just like the rest of you. I ain't gonna try to be perfect at all. I'm not built for that. I don't lie. I'm just like you. I'm your brother. I damn sure ain't Christ. So you can kiss that goodbye. This governs our lives. How long? It's my question. How long will this piece of freaking paper rule my existence? Get up out of this world. Know your rights. Let's go through some more of that. Give me Ezekiel, yeah.
Ezekiel chapter 18 and 13. Hath given forth upon usury, and hath taken increase.
Right.
Shall he then live?
Right.
He shall not live.
You see that? A man that does that shall not live. A man that does these things upon usury shall not live. So why does Esau have to utterly be destroyed? He shall not live. That scripture said that. Because he is the man that is using the whole entire world, not just you. They do this to themselves as well too. They jacking the whole damn world up. Even their world up. They are a house that is divided as well too. So they shall not stand forever. They shall not last forever. Their money shall not save them. That's what they need to understand. I go to Ezekiel 22 and 12.
Ezekiel chapter 22 and verse 12. In thee have they taken gifts to shed blood? Thou hast taken usury and increase, right. And thou hast greedily gained of thy neighbors by extortion.
You see that? They greedily gained by you by what?
Extortion.
Extortion. Yes, the Bible used that word. Yes, that's what that's talking about. Yes, that's what happens to you. Extortion. You are this piece of crap. I can't stand it. I never did like it. I don't like it even more so having to prepare this class because now I am truly upset at this damn thing right here. That money does nothing for me. It's never going to satisfy me because if I gain, I'm going to want some more. There's no end to it all. But with this, there's an end. Does anybody know the end to this? What is the end to this? Joseph, what is the end?
The end of what? Bible?
The Bible.
There is no end to God's word.
There is no end to God's words. I love that. What is the end of this?
The kingdom.
That's right. The kingdom. But this word is going to last forever. This kingdom is what we're fighting for. Great riches, great wealth. So it should be easy for you to apply this in Matthew's.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 44. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field.
Right.
The which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he
You
has.
see that? It should be easy for you to do that because what did he really sell? A bunch of vanity. That's really what he gave up right there. It's nothing but vanity. What you got?
After death, like money is called legal tender.
Legal tender.
That's what it's called on the note. So when it's a reserved note, it's called legal tender.
What is that supposed to
The
mean?
definition of tender
Uh-huh.
is an unconditional offer of money or service in satisfaction of a debt or obligation made to save a penalty or forfeiture for non-payment or non-performance. An offer or proposal made for acceptance. An offer for a bid for a contract.
Wow.
So that's all your money is. It's a proposal.
It's a proposal.
I propose to give you $1 in service of air for my tire.
Damn.
But you accept that proposal. That's all it is.
It's a proposal. Wow. All praises for that. Thank you. Money is a proposal. Brother said money is a proposal and the definition thereof. It's good for nothing. It's not for anything. So what the heck are y'all fighting for? You're nothing but a mere object, and you got what is that? Insurance on you. The United States got insurance on you like you're a commodity. That's what you are. You're nothing but a whole lineup of cars, and they insure the cars just in case somebody comes and thieve you away or some act of nature destroys it all. That's what you all are. You truly are 3/5 of a man, according to this system. You truly are. That's exactly what you are. You're no greater than 3/5 of a man. That's why you'll never rise above them. In this system, that is your way. So if any of you want to fight to be 3/5 of a man, then enjoy your 3/5ness until your 3/5ness is done away with. Alright, was that it for that reading?
All right. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in the field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he had, and buyeth that field.
Right, read.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls, who when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had, and bought it.
It should be nothing for y'all to do that. You understand, this whole system is not for you. Articles are out there talking about how their wealth surpasses yours significantly. And oddly, there is some kind of a gap between the richest black and the richest white that stays constant. Oddly. How that happens? That's a hand against you. That is a spiritual wickedness in high places that is concocting some kind of scenario to keep you Negroes where you at, in your place. But again, a lot of you are going to take this information and go right back to your world, and you're going to take this dollar and you're going to get yourself some glue or some tape and glue this thing back together. That's what you're going to do. You're going to want to salvage this dollar, because that's what it means to you. I'm throwing this thing away. That's how mad I'm at. I'm throwing this thing away. I don't care about this damn dollar. Preparedness brings great understanding. And it touches what has been going on and corrects and puts you right back on the straight and narrow where you need to be. Because a lot of us walk crooked and we veer to the left sometimes and we veer to the right sometimes. But we do not stay on that straight and narrow path. Focus on the kingdom. Honor the Lord with your substance. Get it together. Alright, from that go to Ezekiel. I'm sorry, go to Baruch. We did the extortion. Go to Baruch 3 and 8. Y'all gotta understand y'all rights. Y'all not supposed to have usury. You're not supposed to be extort. No one's supposed to be multiplying extortion upon you. These things are not supposed to be, it's not supposed to touch you. Them, yeah, sure. That's why they're so mad at you. Because it's so damn one-sided. Because for them, yeah, sure, we can do all of that stuff. But for you, that is unheard of. You're a God. Read.
Baruch chapter 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity,
right,
where thou hast scattered us, for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment.
You see that? That's a curse. That's a reproach. You're subject unto payments. Go from that to Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 1 through 16. Gotta get it together, man. Our minds are worried about the wrong things, and how can that be as an Israelite? How can that be? And yet it is.
Deuteronomy chapter 15 verse 1. At the end of every 7 years thou shalt make a release, and this is the manner of the release. Every creditor that lendeth aught unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact it of his neighbor.
You see that? That's funny, because that is the law that is in place now. You think that's funny? You think that's by coincidence? That is the thing that is in place now? Yeah.
So that today is bankruptcy.
You said what?
That today is bankruptcy. That's what they base bankruptcy off of.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's the same system that is applied today, because they get that from you. You taught them how to do these things. So then therefore, why is all of this credit stuff? In 7 years, you are supposed to be released. You're never supposed to be constantly bound by something as that magnitude that you have absolutely no ability to fix. I done got back into school, accumulating $100-something thousand in debt. And it's still building up, because I got more schooling to do. That's crazy. And I'm going to be bound by that for a while now. I'm going to have to pay all of that back. So I got to be on my P's and Q's, and I'm governed by that thing that is going to soon, someday, take all my money away from me. As that means no taxes gonna come my way. They're gonna strip that from when that time comes by. That means that they're gonna garnish my wages or something like this and all that stuff, which I don't have no power over my wages. How enslaved am I? And the same for the rest of you, so don't act like you better. Don't do that. Yeah. Is of the devil, because they want their money, and they're like, oh man, we can't follow it the exact way the Bible says, because we're gonna lose money. They look at you as a commodity. I'm losing money here. No, I will not let this one person go. And the economy is steady rising. So from that, go to where were you reading?
I was at Deuteronomy 15 and 2.
Alright, keep reading.
Right, verse 2. In this manner of the release, every creditor that lendeth aught unto his neighbor shall release it. He shall not exact it of his neighbor or of his brother, because it is called the Lord's release. Of a foreigner thou mayest exact it again.
Like I said, that's not for us, that's for them. That's their business. We do that to them. They don't do that to us. That's why they're so mad at you all. It's so one-sided. You are God's. Is it wrong for it to be one-sided like that? No? Alright, all praises. Because if you'd have said, yeah, you're not in God's status, your mind needs to be reformed still.
You know what? Them credit people call me. They call me. You know what I tell them? He's dead. Bro, I say he's dead. Like when I speak to my, oh, he's dead. Oh, they leave that out.
Yeah, that's only gonna work for so long.
That would be tough. Dead.
That's only gonna work for so long. Read on.
Of a foreigner thou mayest exact it again, but
Right.
that which is thine with thy brother, thine hand shall release.
You see that? Got to release it. Got to. What verse was that?
Verse 3.
Read.
Verse 4. Save when there shall be no poor among you, for the Lord shall greatly bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
You see what God said? If you keep the commandments, what would happen? There shall be no poor among you. You ain't supposed to be poor. That's not your nature. You're supposed to be rich. And I ain't talking about no damn paper either. I'm talking about riches back in the day was land, cattle, families, goods. All of these things that you had, you didn't want for food. You didn't want for this. You had all of these things. You were a nation of your own. That's who you were. You were the flock of Abraham, or the flock of Jacob, or the flock of this. We should all have our flocks. Because there's plenty to go around. Not for Esau. Esau want to gobble every damn thing up. That's what they're good for. That's all they're good for. That's what they made for. By the fatness of the land. They fulfilling their promise. That's what they do. Read.
Verse 5. Only if thou carefully hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all these commandments which I command thee this day.
Right.
For the Lord thy God blesseth thee, and as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow.
You see that? How have the roles reversed? And all you have to do is what it said in there, carefully hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. My. The shoe is on the other foot. How could you let such a greatness slip through your hands, you Israelites? And you steady do it today when you got grudges against your brother. When the households are all out of order, out of whack. You brothers don't want to provide for that of your immediate household. I'm talking about your wife, your children. For this cause a man ought to leave. What the scriptures say, following the things of thus saith the Lord. You're supposed to be able to do that. That's the nature of you men. That's the nature of the beast. You're supposed to have your own flock, your own this and own that. That's what it's supposed to be. But if it ain't that way, oh yeah, you're gonna get bite in the backside. Trust me when I tell you that. Soon enough. We got to work for better. We got to follow the ways of wisdom as it tells us to do so. We got to set our minds in order. Let go of these damn paper trinkets. Let go of these damn things. Tie this thing up. Tie that thing up again. Let go. Take hold of true substance, true reality. That's this Bible. Will you have verse 6?
Yes.
I go from that to Leviticus 25. It's a lot to read right here. Give me a second. Starting 47.
25.
Yeah.
Leviticus chapter 25 and verse 47. And if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor,
right,
and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee,
right,
or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him,
right,
either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is nigh of kin unto him of his family may redeem him,
right,
or if he be able, he may redeem himself.
Right. So this is what it's going into. This is why the Most High said to us in Deuteronomy that no man shall buy you, dealing with things like that, because you shall not be saved. There ain't nobody gonna come and save you. Your brother ain't gonna come, your mother ain't gonna come, your dad ain't gonna come. Nobody's gonna be there for you by this time. It's going to be done. It's going to be over. So this rule will not apply. This is what transpired. This is what it used to be. It ain't this no more. Ain't nobody saving you at all. Ain't nobody breaking you up out of the the turmoil that you're in, it ain't happening. So dealing with this, the Most High God said that you shall be saved. That's what it's supposed to be for you. If you wax like this, your brother is supposed to be able to redeem. But we don't have brothers keepers no more. We all want to worry about our own. I want to get the next Jordans coming out. The hell with your oxygen. Forget it. I want the iPhone. That's what I want. To hell with you and your household and your rent. Sleep on the street. Y'all be alright. Get a cardboard and cover that baby. That's what happens. That's the mindset when you do stuff like that. Nobody trying to redeem nobody no more. What happened to us, man? I get what happened to us. It's the exact same reason why that documentary said that we do not do high-risk things. Because you Negroes don't understand. You go to help somebody out, either they dog you out or you want to dog them out. Either way it go. You don't want to help nobody out. You want to be a high class, a part of the rest of them. You're afraid to help your brother out. My, how far we have fallen. How far have we gone down? We can't even fathom that as a nation. Esau does, that's why he's number one. That's why he's the greatest. Because they figured it out. They figured what it means to be the ruling class. That's supposed to be you. Why can't you do that? What's going on in your heads, man? Why can't you do that?
Verse 50. And he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold to him unto the year of Jubilee. And the price of his sale shall be according unto the number of years. According to the time of an hired servant shall it be with him. If there be yet many years behind, according unto them he shall give again the price of his redemption, out of the money that he was bought for. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according unto his years shall he give him again the price of his redemption. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with them, and the other shall not rule with vigor over him in thy sight. And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he shall go out in the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him.
Now listen to this last part. Listen to this last part. Because it says if he don't be redeemed and all of this stuff, then you just set him free. Either way it go, you Israelites, you cannot be up under no heathen or nobody like that. You can't even be up under your brother. Why? Read on.
Verse 55. For unto me the children of Israel are servants.
Unto who?
Unto me the children of Israel are servants.
So should we be serving anybody else?
Nope.
Didn't that say, ain't that your business? Ain't that what pertains to you? Like it says in Romans 9, the service of the Lord. So then therefore, how could you serve anybody else? That's unseemly for you as an Israelite. No, you are mine. Either way it go, let him go. So it's only natural that Christ is going to come back. It's only natural that things get set back in its order, because the Most High God is upset even now that we've made this nation as rich as we did for free. And he can't get us to do anything for blessings. How that happen? We make a nation rich for free, and we couldn't even be kings and sons and daughters of the Most High God for blessings. Great blessings at that. Overwhelming blessings at that. How the hell have we stooped so low? Our minds have been jacked the hell up, if I could say. And I can, and I did, and I'll do it again. Our minds have been jacked up.
Read. For unto me the children of Israel are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God.
You see how that he's stingy regarding you, jealous regarding you. No, ain't nobody else gonna help you. Nah, mine, me. That's how God is regarding you. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. That's what it's supposed to be. Give me Leviticus 19 and 10. Show y'all something else.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 10. And thou shalt not glean thy vineyard, neither shalt thou gather every grape of thy vineyard.
Why?
Thou shalt leave them for the poor and stranger. I am the Lord your God.
You see that? So where the hell Esau get off throwing all the food that he don't use at the end of the day away in his restaurants? Where he gets off doing that stuff? That ain't supposed to be. The Most High God sees these things, man, and will exact and correct these things. Understand what I'm telling you. Give me Lamentations chapter 5, verse 2 through 5. Lamentations chapter 5, verses 2 through 5.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers.
You see that? Our inheritance has turned to strangers. What's supposed to be you is now them. How that happened? You supposed to be the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, and whatever them other names are. I don't care about them. Don't need to know them. The billionaires. Just know they got money.
Right.
The money having people. That's supposed to be you. The above the law people. The people that make the law people. That's supposed to be you. You're supposed to be able to have the finances to manipulate everybody's mind. Or whatever. The know-how and all of this stuff. Guess what? You got that even now. You don't even understand. Your knowledge surpasses all. And with your knowledge, you can entrap any and everybody because they all have received lies. I don't feel sorry for Esau. I'm going to start like that because most people be like, I feel sorry for Esau. I'm going to say, I don't feel sorry for Esau. Their parents have lied to them. They seriously think that they have ability to be in this thing. They seriously think that they are the Jews. They really do. Just as much as our perpetual lineage has lied to us and we receive lies, so have them. They actually think they can fight against a God. I don't feel sorry for them. And I'm going to say it like I would say it if I would say I feel sorry for them. I just don't. I don't feel sorry for them. That's just what it is. To hell with them. Because they would do it again and again and again. And their line will keep it up. They did that. They asked Ben Affleck, man. They said to him, don't you know that your money has come from slave? Your parents were slave owners. You know that? I don't want to talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Because they don't want to give it up. We have the ability. That's what y'all don't understand. We have the ability. If we were acting right and doing our things right, we have the ability to sue the entire United States of America and win. I mean, we have spending power. If you won't bring that up, we should be able to spend power to win and sue the whole entire United States of America. And we would win. We would win, and they would let us know who we are just by following their doctrines and their society alone.
Lamentations chapter 5, verse 2. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our houses to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money.
You see that? You drank water for money. That's unseemly. It's not supposed to happen. Why would he say that? That means you used to get water for free. You used to be able to go and collect rainwater. You try to do that nowadays, they're going to lock you up. Esau won his cut. I'm telling you. They're putting jurisdictions on something that they don't own. They're trying to regulate something that they never made to begin with. How'd that happen? Read.
Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution.
You see that? Your wood is sold to you. That's letting you know that we had the ability to go to the forest, chop down the tree, and make our own house. That's when we wasn't lazy, the shiftless Negroes we are today. That's when we had something. When we said, I'm not going to wait till tomorrow to do it. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to get to it. I want a house, I'm going to go make me a house. Now today we don't do that. You can't even fathom making your own house, let alone do you know the knowledge on how to. Back then, you was on point. So now it's unseemly for that to transpire. It is unseemly for these things to happen, and now yet here we are. Worrying about this damn wicked system. Receiving some prestige of this. You not feeling fulfilled. You're out of order. Any of you, if you're feeling unfulfilled because you don't have what? Esau's degree or, you know, Esau's financial money-making power. Only use these things for the course to keep the commandments and knowing that you need to stay stable to keep the commandments of the Most High God. Because if we owned our own business, we could call off any day. We own it then. That's the reason why we want to own it. It's that simple. There's no other cause. No other reason that I need. What else do I need? Nothing. Think of it. Nothing. We got to get it together. We got to know what we need to do. I have money to be able to help my brother out. I have money to be able to travel out of town, out of state, to another country and preach the word of the Most High God. That's you with the money and the ability to make it go faster, to bring Christ back, to help with whatever you can help with. For by the foolishness of preaching, they shall be saved. We know this. So we sell the extra that we have and we make it better as a nation. But a lot of us can't fathom these things. Give me Psalms. Psalms 90, 79, and verse 4.
Psalms chapter 79 and verse 4. We are become a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and derision to them that are round about us.
Right. That's exactly what we are even now. Read.
How long, Lord, wilt thou be angry forever? Shall thy jealousy burn like fire? Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen, that they have not known thee, and upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name.
So he asking him, say how long? Well, I mean, with you gonna be mad at us forever? You got to be a God. You got stake in this thing just like we got stake in this thing. Y'all better thank the Most High God for the promises to his friends, Jacob, Abraham. If it wasn't for them, y'all will be done away with. Because it's because of them where that promise cannot be disannulled. And you better thank the Most High God for them men right there. About to sacrifice his son because he understood his son was vain. For the Most High God. That's crazy. Y'all better thank the Most High God for these great men that saw past the visions of this world. Saw past the things of this world. That's why faith is such a great thing. Read.
Verse 7. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste his dwelling place. Oh, remember not against us former iniquities, let thy tender mercy speedily prevent us.
He said, don't remember upon us former iniquities. Please, O Lord, please let it go. Please. We're getting ourselves together. Let's make it right with thee. We're going to keep thy commandments. We're going to stop bickering one towards another. We're going to let go of the damn piece of paper. We're going to let go of these things, and we're going to focus on what is needful. That's why a lot of brothers don't grow. That's why a lot of congregations don't grow. Because brothers and sisters don't understand where their priorities should lie. See, they worrying about their dollars. And we need to be worrying about making this truth able to sustain and keep the commandments of the Most High God. The Most High God is going to judge all of our works as what we do. And what we do better be great. It better be according to thus saith the Lord. We better stop it with the vainglory of the pride trying to dominate one over another. Husband over wife, wife over husband, brother over brother, sister over sister. We got to be better than that. We can't keep this thing up. And for the life of me, I'm trying to figure out why. What are we holding on to? What is that? This is nothing. This world is nothing. This stuff is going to be done away with, bruh. But we can't let it go. I'm trying to figure out for the life of me why. Why is that? Read.
Verse 9. Help us, O God of our salvation, for the glory of thy name, and deliver us and purge away our sins for thy name's sake.
You see that? For thy name's sake. It's always regarding that. For the sake of the Most High God's name. We done been through that. Y'all know the Most High cares highly about his name. Because that's what wisdom says to do. Is to care about your name. A great name is greater than any ruby, any stone. So you think we're going to make a fool of a God? Y'all serious? His name is at stake. You don't think you care about that? Y'all care when somebody humiliates y'all. So what, a God can? Aren't you made in his image? So he has tenfold what you think you have. Read on.
Right, for thy name's sake. Verse 10. Wherefore should the heathen say, where is their God?
You see that? That's how cocky they are. Where is their God? I mean, their God ain't come back in a long time, and they get hard, man. They get stout-hearted. That's what they do. Read.
Let him be known among the heathen in our sight by the revenging of the blood of thy servants which is shed.
You see that? He's going to be known through us by them, to them. Because for us, he's going to come back. And he's going to jack up and plead for us. And they will know who he is. Read.
Verse 11. Let the sign of the prisoner come before thee, according to the greatness of thy power. Preserve thou those that are appointed to die, and render unto our neighbors sevenfold into their bosom their reproach, wherewith they have reproached thee.
You see what's coming upon them? Sevenfold. That's what they're going to get. Because it's going to hurt when that black man come from the sky. It's going to hurt. They were like, oh my gosh, what happened to the picture that's been on my wall for this long time? What happened to the nice lovey-dovey guy? I thought you was all love. I thought you was all love. Get your head sliced off. Where's the love then? Huh, Esau? It ain't going to happen. And they're going to be stupid. They're going to be jaw-dropped when they see this thing transpire. Read.
Verse 13. So we, thy people, and sheep of thy pasture, will give thee thanks forever. We will show forth thy praise to all generations.
Right. Read.
Verse. I'm sorry.
To all generations. Go to Romans chapter 9, verse 26.
Romans chapter 9 and verse 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them.
So these are the ones that be like, where's your God? There, in the place where they were taken, it should be said to them, read.
Unto them, ye are not my people. There shall they be called the children of the living God.
You see that? They've been mocking you for so long. Those same mouths that said this to you are going to be those same damn mouths that understand that you are the children of the Most High God. And they will be shut the hell up. About time. About damn time. That's how we going to feel about that thing. Give me Psalms. Chapter 97 and verse 1. Actually, skip that, go to Psalm 64 in verse 1. Let me skip some of these verses. Verse 1.
Psalms chapter 64 verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Right.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
The secret counsel, the things that are in high places. Those secret counsel, the Illuminati, whoever you want to say is against you. Yes, they got some people against you. There's people that is keeping that line like at a perfect space. They keeping these things apart. The high, rich, black, wealthy versus the white, wealthy. That thing stays on a constant line. That's crazy as hell. Read.
Verse 3. Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
You see that? My God. They've gotten great. They've mastered how to keep you Israelites down. They did a diligent search of these things. They found out what you held against you, and they did what? They infiltrated it in your lives. They came and said Christmas, oh, it's Christ's birthday, and yet he got to celebrate it and share that day with a fat white man. And a snowman. Snow don't freaking move. And Jack Frost. How you shoot snow out your hand? He got to share with all of these people and Rudolph the red-nosed goddamn reindeer. Somebody shoot that damn thing. He got to share the days with these things. That's crazy as hell. And then to have a day to begin with was never ordained. Ever. So how off are they? And how off are you for being confused by that? They say Thanksgiving. It's now a day you thank God. You give thanks to God for the whole entire year. When they slaughtered your fellow brothers, Native Americans and Indians, took them down. And they gave thanks to God for doing that, for allowing them to do a diligent kill of your cattle and your people. All of y'all supposed to feel this thing. It's all supposed to be being cleared up. That's what's supposed to happen. And that's what's supposed to transpire, especially if you got a good understanding of the Bible, good leadership, good brothers and sisters next to you. That's what it's about. We're not supposed to remain confused. We're Israelites and we still got confusion. How is this? How is that? I thought we knew it all. I thought we were supposed to have the ultimate knowledge in our hand. Shouldn't we be able to break down the barriers of everything that is confusing in this world?
Yes, sir.
We're supposed to bring clarity to that. That requires a lot of studying. You love this thing? Study this thing. Because I tell you one thing, my knowledge and my wisdom, everything I know comes from this right here. This is where it goes to. If my mouth continues to fix and say that it's me, get rid of me. Open that door and kick my behind right on out. That's what you're supposed to do. That's love right there. That scares me and makes me stay on. You all are my safety net. As I'm supposed to be for you, and vice versa. Every man for every man, every sister for every sister, and man for sister and sister for brother. We supposed to keep on. We can't do this if we got vainglory. We can't do this if this still matters to us. We can't do it. I hate this. I'm up here looking at my bills and I can't pay them all. And I see the wave that's about to come with the taxes and the debt that I'm accumulating, and it's scaring me. Why is this scaring me? I'm confused by this. I'm supposed to be an Israelite and this holds me captive. I hate this stuff. I hate money. I hate paper dollars. I hate it. I utilize that to gain leverage over my enemies. That's all I do. That's all it's for to me. Read.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thoughts of every one of them and the heart is deep.
You see that? They go deep. You will never get above them. That's what the article said. That's the truth. It's already set in stone. They've gone too far. You can't do this. If any of you play poker or anything, when somebody gets a great amount of money, there is no winning. You might as well leave the table. Because he has the ability to call every move that you do and win no matter what. He's willing to risk and lose the money. But you Negroes, you only invest in CDs and safe things. You stay safe. Because you know that if you gamble with that, oh, you're going to lose. Because this ain't your world. Read.
Verse 7. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow suddenly.
You see that? Suddenly. He's going to bring down the house. And I'm talking about nukes. Jack them up. It happened before. Studying this, there's an understanding that it happened before. The Most High God, when they were doing usury upon us, brought down the house. Said that it happened with Tyree. It was Ezekiel 28:2. I'm going to show you that when they were doing usury upon us, he brought another nation and jacked that nation up because of it. It's the exact same thing. Because they're not only doing usury upon us, they're doing it to the whole entire world. Somebody's going to get funky. Somebody's going to feel like a frog and leap. Soon enough. Read.
Ezekiel chapter 28 verse 2. Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord God, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God.
Sound a lot like Esau. Sound a lot already. Sound a lot like Esau. Read on.
I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man.
Oh man. Sounds a whole lot like Esau. Read.
And not God. Though thou set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. With thy wisdom and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches.
You see that? They're wiser than Daniel said. They done got much riches. That's what Esau is. Esau done got wise, boy. They done got up there and able to get amounts of riches that you can't even attempt to catch up to. There's no catching up for you. I'm talking trillions of dollars. They are beyond the billions. You don't know, or you don't know? They're beyond the billions. They're at trillions now, and it's steady rising. Read.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God, behold, there I will bring strangers upon thee.
Strangers are going to come upon them. Same judgment. Same thing that's going to transpire with America. Most High God is going to bring the house down. ISIS already gunning for him. Nobody likes this place. Read.
The terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom.
You see that? The nations are going to draw thy swords against the beauty of thy wisdom. That's what's going to happen. Even with America, that's what's going to transpire. It's the same judgment. Most High God don't change. He stay the same. He does it like he did it, then he going to still do it. Read.
And they shall defile thy brightness. They shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him, thou slayest thee, I am God?
Oh, but Esau, he's still going to be like that. Even after that, he's still going to feel himself. Still, that's why they must utterly be destroyed. They don't stop feeling themselves. Because they are vessel fitted for destruction. They're fitted to destroy and to be destroyed. That's them. That's all they know. Destruction, destruction, destruction. Like a damn animal. That's what they are. That's funny as hell. You know, real quick, just a sidebar. I just watched The Birth of Nations, but I ain't going through that because there's no words to it. It's just something dealing like that. And they depicted something with the Negroes. You know, The Birth of a Nation depicted, and y'all can all go back and watch that. That's what made the Ku Klux Klan started to form and all of these things like that. That's history. So The Birth of a Nation in this thing, they decided to depict black people now coming into Congress, coming into being and everything. I find it ironic when they get to the Negroes and how they say that the Negroes are going to start putting their feet up on the desk and everything, and they're going to start bringing in things and cooking food and stuff inside the Congress house. They made a mockery of the Negroes. And then they had the audacity to say in The Birth of the Nation that the Negroes passed the law. And the writing of the law that the Negroes passed that made all the white people scared was, guess what? Guess what? The law that was passed was none other than everyone can marry everyone. Oh, who just passed that law? Was it the Negro? It was the white man. So he was afraid that we were going to do something he just did himself. Damn. That's crazy as hell. That is crazy as hell. They are the damn devil. They utilized that, struck fear into their former brother, and then they all got guns and started the Ku Klux Klan. Oh, we cannot have them Negroes in there. They're going to make everybody marry everybody. It's ironic that they use that exact same thing that is now fulfilled within themselves. Because they're the ones that sign the papers and do all of that. And then now it's okay. The Senate has the power to say what the law should be, not what it is. Dang. They contradict themselves at every turn. And you all fail to see these things. Go watch The Birth of a Nation. You're going to see it's absolutely true what has been said. But go back to the verse that you was reading.
Verse 11. Verse 10. Thou shalt die the death of the uncircumcised, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord God.
Right. Read.
Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus saith the Lord God, Thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou wast created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways, from the day that thou wast created, till iniquity was found in thee. By the multitude of thy merchandise they have filled the midst of thee with violence.
Hold on a second. That's funny. I found it.
6 days of rioting in a Negro section of Los Angeles left behind scenes reminiscent of war-torn cities. More than 100 square blocks were decimated by fire and looters, and few buildings were left intact. Firemen were harassed by snipers and brick-throwing hoodlums as they attempted to control the fires, many of which were left to burn themselves out. As the National Guard moved in to restore comparative calm, the losses by fire alone were put at $200 million. No attempt has yet been made to estimate the losses suffered at the hands of the looters who stole everything from liquor to playpens.
Birth of a Nation pretended to tell the story of the Civil War and what happened afterwards when the slaves were freed. White women couldn't walk on her own sidewalk, if you believe the picture. In the South, Negroes got the right to vote, and the movie showed black vote collectors refusing to accept white votes, and black people sneaking in extra votes. And if these black bad guys don't look very bad to you, it's probably because they were white actors wearing burnt cork. Negro legislators took over in the South, and in the film they were made to look like apes. And this was the movie version of how it looked in the Southern state legislature. They drank whiskey, they ate chicken with their hands in the State House, and they put their feet up on the table with their shoes off. And of course, they passed all sorts of crazy laws according to the film, like anybody could marry anybody they wanted to. It was obvious to anyone who saw this picture that Negroes weren't fit to govern themselves or anyone else because they really weren't people. Colonel Cameron, a former officer in the Confederate Army, is all upset over the way Northerners and the freed slaves are changing his South, taking the mint julep right out of his mouth. So he takes a walk one day while he's worrying about it, and he sees 2 white kids playing, and then 4 black kids come along. Being hardly human and naturally afraid of ghosts, the black kids run. Colonel Cameron sees the whole scene, gets his great idea. And with this, that great white all-American organization, the KKK, was born. The cavalry and the bedsheeters come to the rescue.
That's the
South
thing.
is saved.
They utilized this
In this
to
picture,
sit up
the
here
Ku
and
Klux
say
Klan
this
was
was
the good boy
was
who
going
saved
to
the South.
happen when you Negroes got in power. When you Negroes got into the Senate or the Congress, all of these things that they do now. They just said everyone can marry everyone. That's what they just said. They the ones went against the grain of life. They went against nature.
Didn't we say last week that they're trying to pass a law that animals can marry humans?
Yeah, all of this stuff. They trying to pass laws of pedophilia too. They're fighting for that as well now too. So that's going to transpire. Anybody else?
I want to know the title. I got it.
It's right here. And they did it by riling up their fellow brothers. It's crazy. Read.
Psalms chapter 83, verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
Right.
For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
That's what transpired. They done did a diligent search. They done consulted together. They are brethren. We're just getting back to being brothers. They've been brothers for far long, and they make sure that they stay up in the business. Go to Isaiah 29 and verse 15.
Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel.
You see that? Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel. They have absolutely no understanding at all. Read.
From the Lord, and their works are in the dark.
You see that? They seek to hide, and their works are in the dark. Let me show you something about the dark dealing with the Most High. Give me Sirach. Yeah, 23:19. Show you something about the Most High dealing with the dark.
Sirach chapter 23 verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men.
You see that? It's 10,000 times more brighter than the sun, beholding the ways of men. Go back to that verse.
Isaiah chapter 29 verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark.
Hold that. Give me Psalms. Psalms chapter 139 and verse 12.
Psalm
something about that dark. Read.
Chapter 139 verse 12. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike to thee.
You see that? So why the hell are they trying to hide from the Most High in the dark? They trying to do their little Illuminatis and all of this stuff like that. His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And the day and the night are just the same to him. That's the God you serve. That's the God you should have faith in. Alright? Go back to that.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
All right. Isaiah chapter 29 verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us, and who knoweth us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
You see that? Most High God's going to jack them up. Their turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. That's what they do. Is that it for that?
No, sir.
Read.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
Right.
Verse 17. Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field?
That's exactly what's going to happen to America. A little while. Oh, was that a fruitful field?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's talking about something else. Go from that to Proverbs 11:1. Show y'all something about how the Most High God feels about Esau with his manipulating of the system. He says that America economy is not falling. It's steady rising. That means that all the supplies and demands and everything is constantly rising. Constantly. And yet the income for everybody else stays stagnant. Like minimum wage decreases and all of these things like that. There's power against everybody else. These are spiritual wickedness, and they don't give a damn who they step on. They step on their own with this stuff. And we don't rise. America is blooming. It's gone. America is blown the hell up. It's rich beyond compare. And yet and still, they're coming up with these schemes. That stock market dropped because those were peak times where nations, where people were almost getting close to the big boys. And they said, oh, we control the stock market, bring it down so nobody else will get where we at. And they're doing all of this because you Negroes are trying to be on their standard. You trying to get where they are. And they drop the market, and whoever's there, the casualties of war, gets a part of the thing too. False balances, falsifying the ether. That's what they do. Give me Leviticus chapter 19. and verse 35.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 35. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment, in meat yard, in weight, or in measure. Just balances, just weights, a just ephah, and a just hin shall ye have. I am the Lord your God, which brought you out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe all my statutes and all my judgments, and do them. I am the Lord.
So it was commanded of us to do things justly. Stop trying to falsify ephah. They falsify everything. When you buy a 8 gig cartridge, you don't actually have 8 gigs. You don't. They're lying to you. They falsifying that. You're paying for 8 gigs and you don't have it. And they feel like, well, it's close enough. Let's just round it off. And they play a little round off game. That's what they do. Deuteronomy 25:13.
Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 13. Thou shalt not have in thy bag divers weights, a great and a small. Thou shalt not have in thine house divers measures, a great and a small. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight. A perfect and just measure shalt thou have. That thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
You see what's supposed to happen? Read.
For all that do such things and all that do unrighteously are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
You see that? So Esau is an abomination. That's why he hates him. Because he knows what he is doing. The Most High God sees all things. That's why he must utterly be destroyed. All praises to the Most High. They must utterly go. All praises to the Most High. Give me Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1. I'm sorry, 11. 16 and 11.
Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 11. A just weight and balance are the Lord's. All the weights of the bag are his work.
Right. Proverbs 20 and 10.
Proverbs chapter 20 verse 10. Divers weights and divers measures.
It's all over this Bible. Read.
Both of them are like abomination to the Lord.
See that? Proverbs 20 and 23.
Proverbs chapter 20 verse 23. Divers weights are an abomination unto the Lord. And a false balance is not good.
It's not good that this stuff be done to you. And they constantly do these things. Do y'all know not what this is good? Give me that in Revelations. Give me Revelations and give me verse 5. I'm sorry, chapter 5. I think, yeah, chapter 5, verse 5. This is what this was talking about. This is what this was happening. Y'all gotta understand the Most High utilizes angels to put these spirits on people. And this was that during this time. This was the one of the seals. Read.
Revelation chapter 5 verse 5. And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof.
Oh, that's Revelation chapter 5 verse 5.
Yes, sir.
6 verse 5.
6 verse 5.
6 verse 5.
Revelation chapter 6 verse 5. And when he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances
Here we go.
in his hand.
Now we're talking about this. This was this revealed. This was this being open. Say, okay, I'm going to open up the seal and give them the knowledge to jack everything up. Do unjust weights. Mess things up. Read.
Verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny.
Right.
And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
That means that don't hurt the necessities for you all, so that you can be able to survive. It's about to be jacked the hell up, but your necessities will be kept. That's what it's saying. That's all that's, like I said, Revelations ain't nothing. That's so simple. That's exactly what was transpiring on the earth. For the time they figured out, I can have a monopoly on this. That was this spirit being revealed. That was this coming upon the earth. And so they did it, and they did a great job at it. They did a great job at it.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates on all our YouTube channels. Shalom.